What's up, guys? Today we're making the fastest cake ever. First, you'll want to take 2 eggs and separate the yolks. We'll just need the yolks here, 1 and 2. Then add 2 whole eggs. We're gonna make the custard base for our filling here first. Okay, next, toss in about 2/3 of a cup of sugar and whisk everything together until it's nice and light. Honestly, this cake is so simple and quick, and assembling it is literally a breeze. Promise, you're gonna love it. Now, add a pinch of salt, just to balance out the flavors. Then toss in 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch straight into your bowl, and mix it well so there are no lumps. That cornstarch is what's gonna thicken our custard and give it that smooth, creamy texture. Nice. All right, now grab a large saucepan, and you'll want to get about a spoonful of sugar and sprinkle it right over the bottom so the milk doesn't scorch as it heats up. Then we're going to pour in 4 cups of milk. Yeah, that's why you'll want to grab a large saucepan or even a pot, guys. And place the saucepan on the stove. We're going to warm it up over medium heat, stirring it occasionally with a spatula to help dissolve the sugar. Don't let it boil. Once you see bubbles around the edges, that's enough. Take it off the heat, and we're gonna slowly pour the hot milk into the egg mixture, a little at a time, stirring constantly. If you add it all at once, the eggs could scramble and you'll get lumps. Adding it gradually helps keep the mixture smooth and silky. So yeah, go slow, it'll pay off. Now you'll want to carefully pour that mixture back into the pot, all at once, and cook it over medium heat, stirring well as you go, until it thickens and starts to bubble. Keep stirring constantly. Custard can burn fast, especially in a thin pot. A heavy-bottomed pot and steady stirring will keep it smooth and prevent that burnt milk taste. Then take the custard off the heat and right away add 1 stick of cold butter cut into cubes. Stir immediately until it's melted and glossy. Make sure the butter's cold and cubed. It helps the custard set as it cools. All right, pour the custard into a cooled bowl so it starts cooling faster. And I like to push it through a fine mesh sieve. It gets rid of any lumps and gives the custard a nice, silky texture. Then, cover it with plastic wrap, pressing it right against the surface of the custard so it doesn't form a skin while it cools. And make sure to pop it in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, let's make the crumb topping. Grab a bowl and a sieve, and you'll want to sift 4 cups of flour. I'm just using regular all-purpose flour. Sifting's gonna help keep it airy, and the crumbs nice and light. Next up, toss in about 2/3 of a cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, wanna guess what for? Yep, to balance the flavors, and 2 sticks of butter, cold and cut into cubes. And start mixing it with a fork. It's easier that way at first. You don't want to use your hands right away or the butter will start to melt and the dough will get sticky. Once it looks nice and crumbly, then you can go in with your hands and finish it off. And if you're wondering where I got my bowls and pans, I've left all the links down below the video. Now, take a dry pan, preferably preheated, and add the crumbs right in. Better to do this in batches though. Then, place the pan on the stove, and once you've got that, set the heat to medium and toast the crumbs, stirring and breaking up any clumps so they stay nice and even. Keep going until they're golden and smell amazing. Perfect. Once they're toasted, transfer the crumbs right away from the hot pan into a bowl. If you leave them in, they'll keep toasting and can get too dark or even a bit bitter. Well done. If you'd like, you can also mix in a cup of toasted chopped walnuts. They'll add extra flavor and a nice crunch to the crumbs. Just mix it all together so the nuts are evenly distributed. And our crumb base is done. All right, now grab a chilled bowl from the fridge or freezer and pour in 1.5 cups of heavy cream. And now we're gonna whip the cream until it starts to thicken, for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then add 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Keep whipping until it forms soft peaks. Light, fluffy and just holding its shape. Wonderful. To check the texture, scoop up a bit of cream on a spoon. If it doesn't slide off when you tilt it, all good. Now, take the custard out of the fridge. It should be nicely chilled and slightly firm. Peel off the plastic wrap, and using a blender, give the custard a quick blend to make it smooth again. Add the whipped cream right after whipping. If it sits out, it'll start to collapse and your filling won't stay fluffy. It'll turn runny and unstable. Make sure your custard is completely chilled. This is super important. The first time I made this cake, I added whipped cream to warm custard, and it all went runny. You certainly don't want that. Great. Take a rectangular pan, or even just a tray to assemble the cake. Sprinkle a thin layer of crumbs on the bottom of your pan. Just a few spoonfuls. Make sure the crumbs are evenly spread, so the bottom is fully covered. Then, add a layer of filling on top, just plopping spoonfuls over the crumb layer, and smooth it out evenly. I'd recommend transferring the filling into a piping bag. It's much easier to get even layers. Using a spoon can make the filling uneven or too thick in some spots, and the cake won't look as neat. Next, sprinkle another layer of crumbs and repeat the layers. Oh, right, if you're enjoying this video, now's a great time to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on any of the delicious, easy treats coming your way. For the final layer, just cover the top with those crumbs. Take your time here. Spread them evenly so the cake looks pretty. Good job. Now cover the cake with plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out or pick up any fridge odors, and pop it in the fridge so it can chill there for at least 6 hours, or even better, overnight. This allows the filling to set, the layers to soak up the flavors, and the cake to hold together nicely. The first time I made it, I only let it sit a few hours, and it completely fell apart when I tried to cut it. Don't make the same mistake. Cutting it too soon can ruin the cake. Just look at this beautiful slice. Isn't it perfect? This is what a properly made cake should look like. If you stuck to all the tips I shared, of course. The pieces hold their shape well, the filling doesn't ooze out, and the cut stays nice and clean. And the best part? This is probably the least time you've ever spent on a cake. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more.